Hey, hello. This is Super Ghost. None of the other Super Ghost crew are here though. It's just me and the boys. It's my boys Bill and my boy Thrak. Hello, boys.
What's up? So
Hi.
they're ghosts, so they're here in spirit.
That's true. True.
They're
Haha,
haunting
ghost
us.
jokes. Oh, that's good. Today we're ranking all of the launch titles for the Sega Genesis with some twists. I've got some fun twists in store for this whole goddamn thing.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be chaotic. First of all, we're gonna base the rankings, I guess, kind of just based on like how we feel about the game, like whether or not we would, or like which ones we would want to play over other ones. So
Yeah.
if one of you guys could get like like a Wikipedia or something pulled up of all
I
these
already got
games,
it.
just so we can like cool,
I
okay,
already got it.
read a little bit about them
Sure.
and just discuss which ones we want to play over other ones. So, you know what? We'll start things off with Altered Beast.
I used to have a CIB copy of this. I don't think I have it anymore. And I remember reading through that manual and the way they used to take screenshots for game manuals at the time. Like you can tell they like just turned on a TV, like turned all the lights off, and just like stood with like a just a camera. Snap, it was cute. But yeah, Altered Beast. It was originally an arcade game released in June of 1988 before getting a port to the Genesis or the Mega Drive in August of '89 over here in the States. So yeah, is a beat 'em up game. It is set in ancient Greece, and you follow somebody. They don't have a name, but they were chosen by Zeus to rescue his daughter Athena from the demonic ruler of the underworld, Neph. By collecting 3 power-ups in a level, the player character transforms into one of 5 magical beasts. It was ported to several home video game consoles and home computers, blah, 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 blah. The development was led by Makoto Uchida and was his first game as a project lead. It used the System 16 arcade system board. So, yeah, so this game was originally an arcade game, but I don't think anybody remembers the arcade version.
I only know it from the Genesis.
I have played the arcade version. I was able to emulate it on MAME. And yeah, it's better, but it doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Like,
does it still have like "Wise from your grave" and like shit like that?
No, the voice clips they use are actually cleaner and nicer, and they don't sound power up. It doesn't sound like that at all.
They don't sound as like Sesame Streety.
Yeah, but it's like I don't think this game's very good anyways. But like, if I wanted to play it, I would play the Genesis version. I have beaten this game before though.
Holy shit.
This is like that game that like you see in like every like Genesis like retrospective video where they're always like Altered Beast, and it's like, hey, I don't think anyone who's talking about it has ever actually played it because it is not aged well.
No, I think it's notable because it was the original pack-in for the console, and it was meant to show off the graphical capabilities of the system. Because you compare the Genesis version to the arcade version, and it's like a fairly good port of it. You know, it's not as compromised as like say like, you know, the 8-bit NES arcade ports were, obviously. So it was meant to show off, like, look at what this fucker can do, right?
That
but you play the game.
Transformation sequence is iconic too.
Oh, the transformation sequence is great. But yeah, the game itself, it's just a beat 'em up, but it's not a very good beat 'em up. The screen scrolls incredibly slow, and yeah, you have to kill the blue dogs, which when you kill them, you get the little orbs. And so your first power up is you take your shirt off. And then the second time you inject a bunch of steroids and you get super fucking buff with a tiny head. And then the third is when you get that cool transformation either into like the werewolf, a were-dragon, a were-tiger. They're all were for some reason. A were-bear, you know. You straight up just like you're
Werehog.
Not this game. No, not here. But yeah, like some of the transformation sequences are cool. And if you know certain strategies, you can kind of cheese this game like super hard. Like in the second level, when you get the were-dragon or whatever, you have 2 different attacks. You can just shoot lightning straight ahead, or you can just generate a bunch of electricity around your body. And so for that boss, which is just a watermelon with eyeballs, if you go right up to it and just mash the generate electricity button, you'll beat it in 2 seconds. So there are ways to cheese the game, because it's also kind of difficult in certain points as well, because some of the enemy placement is kind of fucking ridiculous, and some of them will just spam their fucking attack on you, and there's no way of like there's no invincibility, not really, unless you just straight up die. So, yeah, it's a rough game that has not aged very well. Like even for its time, I would say there are much better beat 'em ups for it. So, and Sega has tried to make this a franchise.
Oh yeah, that weird PS2 game that like
there was a PS2 Altered Beast that released only in Europe in like 2005.
Weird.
I've heard it's not very good. I still haven't played it.
I've seen video footage of it. I'm just like, cool.
Yeah,
it's like that time they tried to make Final Fight a 3D brawler on PS2, and that was really
Streetwise.
weird.
See,
yeah.
that's
I remember that game.
So bad it's kind of amusing. The Altered Beast game just looks like
it's just kind of lame.
Bad.
Yeah. One of these days I'll emulate it and figure it out. But then there was also the GBA one, Altered Beast Guardian of the Realms, which I have and I've played, and the Genesis version is better.
See,
to say that much.
I love because me and Thrak are Sega fanboys to a degree, but like
yeah, we are.
I always see
I am.
There are some Sega fanboys who are like, they need to bring back Altered Beast. I'm like, no, they don't.
Like, no,
they really
don't.
No.
I mean, I think me and Bill, we can make a list of Sega franchises that Sega hasn't done dick with that they really should do with.
Yeah.
But Altered Beast ain't one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you gave Altered Beast to the guys who did Streets of Rage 4, they could probably get something interesting out of it. But is that really worth doing?
No, because inherently, I just think Streets of Rage is a better game. Yeah. It's more interesting.
Yeah, they're making the new Shinobi game a better endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
But
the Shinobi game,
Beast...
mind you, that got 87. That's a good score for mine.
I'm happy for you because you finally got a dub. It took all this time.
Fucking finally.
Yeah, but I would give Altered Beast. I give it a C. I think it's a C. Yeah, because it's not unplayable. But like it's a game that you'll play maybe the first 2 levels of and go, and just move on.
That was enough.
Yeah, and I think it's fine for that.
It's a one and doneer for me. Like you played and you're like, that's a Genesis game, all right.
Yep, I've beat it. That final boss is bullshit.
I woes from my grave. All right.
There are so many better beat 'em ups on the Genesis.
Yeah, I like the little like cutscenes that are like between the levels, showing like what Neff is doing to Athena, and it's like he's like putting her on like a cross and like lowering her into a cauldron and shit. It's crazy.
Whoa.
See, I just thought of that. I just for some reason thought of that Wisdom Tree. Well, before they were Wisdom Tree, when they were trying to be edgy. And
Color Dreams.
Yeah, the girl up on the thing, like her clothes just rots off as she fucking like. Yeah.
I forget what the non-Christian version of that game is called, because I think the Christian version is Sunday Fun Day.
Yeah, they replaced the stripping girl with some nagging teacher.
Yeah. Get your ass to Sunday school.
Yeah.
But anyways, enough of Altered Beast. What do we got next?
All right, up next, let's do Tommy Lasorda Tommy's Lasorda baseball.
Tommy Lasorda baseball.
Tommy Lasorda baseball.
Okay, well, I'm the sports guy. I guess
I don't like his face. I don't like his face so deep.
I mean, I don't give a crap about baseball, so this one's going to be hard for me to care about.
Okay, so I'll take the reins on this one. Okay, so this is a follow-up to an arcade game called Super League. It prominently features former MLB player Tommy Lasorda, who was the manager of the LA Dodgers at the time. He's also a Hall of Famer. In the game, players control or compete with either AI-controlled opponents or against other players across single exhibitions, open matches, or a 30-game season. It was part of the marketing campaign to build up a library of titles using recognizable names and likenesses of celebrities and athletes to emphasize the arcade experience available on Genesis, which is true. I mean, like, Tommy Lasorda baseball fits in with, like, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, was it Buster Douglas boxing?
Joe Montana football.
Joe Montana football, yeah, Madden wasn't theirs. So, like, it was trying to do that sort of thing. This was an era where there were a shit ton of baseball games. Like, it's kind of ridiculous when you look through the NES and even the Genesis. Like, you had RBI Baseball, Bases Loaded, Tommy Lasorda Baseball, Sega later with World Series Baseball, Baseball Stars. What was the SNK one?
Baseball Stars.
Baseball Stars. Okay, what am I thinking of? Baseball Simulator. Baseball Simulator 1000 on the Super Nintendo. A fucking great game. Like, I could keep going, right? But Time of the Sword of Baseball it's okay. Like, it's not an amazing baseball game, especially for that era where there were like so many of them. But it's playable. It's fine. What I don't like is when you hit and you're out on the field. It's straight up like a top down view, like GTA 1 and 2 style, like straight up top down, right? And the game tries to like help you out. So like, say you pitch the ball and the guy hits it and it goes, to right field. There'll be a voice that says first baseman, and it'll try to be like, hey, use your first baseman to go get the ball. But it comes like way too late for you to like genuinely react to it half of the time. So that can be a bit annoying. The enemy AI isn't too bad. Graphically, it looks fairly solid for its era.
I love the term enemy AI in a baseball game.
Hey, the Dodgers are the enemy. Okay, they are the enemy. But yeah, it's okay. I think when it comes to if you want a baseball game on the Genesis, there are much better options than this one. But I think it's solid. Like any of the RBI baseballs, I think are going to be better. Like they're better kind of entry-level baseball games. They're a bit slower and kind of easier to figure out. And then, as I mentioned, Sega's World Series baseball, like those are great. Like graphically, they look fantastic, and like they have like it looks real life almost, at least for that era. And gameplay-wise, they are very, very solid.
And then you
But
had
I would put
Baseball Stars, which was anime as fuck.
yeah, but that wasn't on the Genesis
Yeah.
as far as I know.
That shit's so good.
Yeah, there's a really cool NES baseball game called Cyber Wars where it's a bunch of like robots, and if you try to steal the
Cyber
base, you have to like
Wars?
get into yeah, I think it's called Cyber Wars.
That's cool.
Hold on. NES baseball game with robots. It was made by Konami. I remember that. Cyber Stadium Series Base Wars. That's what it was. And if you like try to steal the base, you get into like a little one-on-one fight with people. It's great.
See, that's fun.
Oh,
Oh yeah. But as far as this goes, I think a C is better. Is a good spot for it. I think it's better than Altered Beast. Actually, I think it's more solid of a game to play. But
okay.
But yeah, you could do better than this. Shame there wasn't any football games.
Yeah.
That is crazy that it launched with a baseball game, but oh well. Next,
I mean, Genesis became known for sports games, right? So it kind of fits.
that's true. Let's do Thunder Force 2 next.
Thunder Force 2.
I think 2 was back when they were RTS or whatever.
I don't think this was
before
an
they were
RTS one.
shmups, right?
No, this is a shmup.
No, this
I'm
is a
pretty
shooter.
sure.
Scrolling
Yeah.
shoot 'em up.
It was
Oh,
first
okay.
released in Japan on October 1988 for the X680 100 whatever computer. A year later, it was ported to the Genesis under the name Thunder Force 2. It was one of the 6 launch titles, and basically, yeah, it's a shmup, but the thing with Thunder Force, it has the 2 different types of gameplay where you have the overhead shooting, and then I think it's you have to like go into like certain buildings or whatever, and then it turns into like a horizontal side-scrolling shooter, like an R-type of deal. It's made by Technosoft.
Technosoft. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
But Aaron, you're the shmup guy. Tell us about Thunder Force 2.
If I'm being honest, I actually haven't played Thunder Force 2. I should have, but I totally would much rather play Thunder Force 2 than Altered Beast or Tommy fucking Lasorda Baseball. So
Yeah.
Thunder
I
Force 2
would-
is a solid shoot 'em up. Like it's
Yeah.
not. There's obviously better ones, but like for
Thunder Force 3. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Thunder
that
Force
fucking
3 and
soundtrack
4
is so
are like
good.
Yeah, 3 and 4 I think are massive improvements
hell, even
over
like
this one.
Raiden. I like Raiden more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or also like the Thunder Force games on Saturn.
Like
Good
the
too.
Saturn shoot 'em ups
Yep.
are just like on another level.
Exactly. But no, Thunder Force 2 is great. I
Hell yeah.
especially if I'm looking at the like say I just got a Genesis and I'm looking at the launch lineup to see like what's the best game to play out of the bunch. It's probably Thunder Force 2 to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. So I'd throw it in an A
Okay.
because I still
Yeah.
think it's really good. Like yeah, there are better games in the series, and the Genesis would get much better shmups later as well, but I still think this one holds its own. And also that like kind of like overhead stuff where you're like almost trying to like solve puzzles to get out of like the little barriers to keep moving on is like a unique idea that hasn't been done that
I like that it's both a vertical and a horizontal shooter.
Yeah.
Too. That's fun.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of them do that. I can't think of any off the top of my head that go from vertical to horizontal.
Yeah, most of them are just vertical these days.
The only one I can think of is that Galaga reboot on PlayStation. I'm sure there's more, but that's like the one I think of right off the bat.
Galaga reboot on PlayStation? I've never heard of that.
It's actually kind of cool because it's like it's weird. It goes top down, it goes side, and it goes like behind the back, like 3D. It's all over the place.
What is it called?
I think it's just called Galaga.
Galaga Destination Earth?
Yeah, that's the one. It has a subtitle that no one remembers.
I'll say the NES version of Galaga had a subtitle for some reason.
Super Thunderblade.
Speaking of title that fucking nobody remembers, Super Thunderblade.
That's not true.
I don't know what this game is.
So this is, let me pull it up, is a rail shooter game developed and published by Sega. It sees players controlling a helicopter as they gun down military vehicles in various different environments. The gameplay follows the structure set by its arcade predecessor Thunderblade, with every stage featuring traditional rail shooting segments ending off with a vertically scrolling shoot-'em-up boss battle. And that is true. Yeah, this game's pretty cool.
Whoa.
Yeah. In the NES and the Genesis era, there were a shit ton of helicopter games.
There were.
Yeah.
Tiger Heli.
Tiger Heli. I grew up with Cobra Command. EA later on had like Desert Strike and Urban Strike and all that. And of course, Return Fire on the 3DO as a helicopter saga.
Hell yeah.
But Super
Blade
Thunderblade.
Force, you play as a helicopter man.
That is true.
Helicopter
I'm a
man.
man.
What?
I'm a helicopter man.
You're literally
You
a
need to
guy with a
listen to our
helicopter
show.
helmet.
Man.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, you need to listen to our show. Eric.
What the
But yeah, Super Thunderblade. Yeah, again, it's just like an arcade port, basically, or it's like, or it's like an arcade sequel, which I think was kind of the right way to go because then they could accommodate it more for consoles. Even though it plays and feels like an arcade game, really, like you're a helicopter and you're going forward in this kind of like 3D space, and you're just trying to shoot shit. Tanks on the ground, other planes and copters. You can blow up buildings. Yeah, you fight boss battles after a while. The levels can be a bit long, and I think the game is a bit arcade hard, which, I mean, for a console game is a little annoying. But I think it's a solid, well-made game for its time. Like, I think it kind of looks like ass and kind of sounds like ass, but I think as far as the game goes,
early
it's
Genesis,
fine.
yes.
Yeah. Like, most of these games didn't really show off what the Genesis could do properly. But
Early Genesis sound card is the funniest thing ever because it either sounds like the most ear-grating twang or just wet farts. It's the great.
Yeah. It took Sonic 1 for people to be like, oh, that's what you can do with it. Okay. And then they figured it out. Though I would say Moonwalker does a good job with the Michael Jackson tunes.
Moonwalker is surprisingly really good.
Exactly. But yeah, Super Thunderblade I think is a solid game. Honestly,
This looks fun as fuck.
Yeah, I put it in a B tier.
I'd put it in a B and then move Thunder Force up to A.
Yes, 1,000%.
Okay.
That feels correctamundo to me.
Oh, that feels right.
Last battle.
Last Battle? I think it's just what it's called. Yeah, Last
Yeah.
Battle.
Well, apparently it has a subtitle. Last Battle, Legend of the Final Hero. It's a side-scrolling martial arts beat-em-up. Let's see.
Oh, this game.
It's based on Fist of the North Star.
It is.
Which, now that I'm looking at
Whoa.
it, that kind of I have played this game before. Since the international version did not retain the Fist of the North Star license, the graphics and the character names are altered. It's the second game released by Sega following the Mark III original, released internationally as Black Belt. Oh, this is a sequel to Black Belt on the Master System. That's crazy. So yeah, it's a side-scrolling action game. Like, it's kind of like a beat-em-up, sort of. But, like, just about every enemy dies in one hit. and it's like you're, like, in a desolate wasteland, and then when you finish the level, the game's kind of like, oh, do you want to go here? Do you want to go there? Like, it tries to have, like, different paths you can take.
That's kind of cool.
And then some of the levels are a little bit, like, non-linear. in terms of, like, you just kind of have to find out exactly where you have to go. It's
Yeah.
neat in concept. I don't think its execution is very strong, but I think it works better than it's not as concise as Altered Beast, but I think it plays better than Altered Beast.
It was very good at showing off the
That's good.
Genesis's like big sprites and like fun
Yeah.
effects.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
do look good, and like the character portraits that just off Google and looking at character portraits of people talking and shit, and it looks really good. Like,
I love the
Pretty-
comparison shots where you can see where they edited the Fist of the North Star stuff out. It's right up there with fucking Dragon Power on the NES, if anyone's ever
Yeah.
played that one.
Yeah, I've heard about that one. But yeah, like all the early Genesis games do the whole like, oh, look at these like big detailed sprites we have, you know? Can't do this
Look at these
anywhere
ripped,
else.
muscular men.
Yeah, big, strong,
This is
muscle
what the
men.
teenage boys want to play.
Of course. That is what they wanted to play because they did. Yeah, Last Battle I think it's better than a C, I would say.
you say low B.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay.
You agree, Bill?
Yeah, I'd rather play it than Altered Beast, so that's already enough for me.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's fair.
Space Harrier 2.
Space Harrier 2.
That's what I've been playing in the background right here.
Yeah,
The
I've
little
been
copy.
watching it, and yeah,
Yeah.
it still looks really fun.
Oh yeah. You've played
I've never
Space
beaten
Harrier, right?
Space Harrier, but yeah, it's fun as fuck.
That was like the only Master System game I had for the longest time was the original Space Harrier, and my original Master System had a broken controller port, so up and down didn't work, so I could only run on the ground. It was great. Oh man.
Yeah. So this is Space Harrier 2, which is a direct sequel to the famous Sega arcade game called Space Harrier, where you play as this guy. I'm sure he has a
man.
name.
John Space Harrier.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think his name is Harrier. And then you're basically like running or flying towards the center of the screen. It's like Super Thunderblade basically, but instead you're a dude with a giant laser cannon shooting at like aliens and other like crazily designed enemies. You even fight like dragons at certain points, and it's awesome. Like the arcade version of Space Harrier 1 is like great. Like one of the like I would say higher tier arcade games from that era. And then Space Harrier 2 does a good job of replicating that on the Genesis. Like it's a fairly solid like sequel conversion of the original arcade game. I mean, considering the years that were apart from it, you know, the home consoles had some time to catch up as far as power was concerned. So it looks closer to the arcade version than say Altered Beast does. And also I think it plays a lot better as well. Like it's also arcade hard. You know, it's not an easy game, but yeah, it looks great. The soundtrack is surprisingly well done, I'd say, and it's still a fun game to play. And it's one of the best games you can get on the Genesis at this time.
It's actually kind of crazy. Space Harrier 1 never got a Genesis port, but it did get a 32X port.
That's true, it did, and that
That's
was just a
so
direct arcade
weird.
conversion, I believe.
Yeah, it's the best version to play of it.
Yeah,
it on
and even the
console.
Master System version is a solid version.
It's fun, other than you get really tired of hearing, "Get ready!" every 5 minutes.
That's true. Oh yeah, it did get a Game Gear port. I might have the Game Gear version of that. I'd have to check.
I like how fucking colorful this game is. I'm just looking at, again, a bunch of screenshots on Google, and yeah, it's super colorful. There's lots of pink, lots of like bright blue and bright green and everything.
Yeah, and
The
the way it
enemies are
plays with like
fucking
3D and
weird.
everything is great.
It's kind
Yeah,
of like
a one-eyed woolly mammoth.
It's kind of like an endless runner where you're just running forward constantly, but you can like fly around and shoot shit.
Yeah, like it to me, it's like it shows how much like Sega had really figured out the arcades in the 80s. You know, they were absolutely killing it in the arcades. Like people, I think
I want to play this
maybe
now. Goddamn, I gotta make a note.
I think maybe because like in America, when we think about like video game history, we don't think about the arcades that much. But really, like in the 80s, like Sega was killing it in the arcades.
Yeah.
You know, we had and Space Harrier was definitely one of their more iconic games from that era. So
I guess that's why you always see it in the arcades and the Yakuza games. They're always trying to show it off as much as possible. Hey, they're like, hey, we did that shit.
Oh yeah. Sega uses Yakuza to like show off their history, which is great. But I think they should show off their history outside of the Yakuza games.
Yep. Oh yeah.
because they have a great history. I'd say.
So we put in. Are we saying that Space Harrier 2 gets an S?
I'd say it's the best out of all of these. In my personal
I would say
opinion.
so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it holds up a little bit better than Thunder Force 2.
Okay.
Like Space Harrier out of all of these is the one I'd probably pick up and play if I was going to choose one.
That's
Yeah.
For me, it's either that or Thunder Force 2.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Well,
me
I'm gonna-
being the sports sicko, I'd play a little Tommy Lasorda baseball as well.
You son
See,
of a bitch.
if it was the football game, I'd consider it. Baseball just does
Yeah.
nothing for me.
That's fair. I was gonna say, if you want a better baseball game from this era, it was on the Master System. There's a game called Reggie Jackson Baseball. It's actually like much better. It like plays really well.
Reggie Jackson.
Mr. October.
It's kind of sad. The only baseball game I ever got into was backyard baseball.
The
Of course, you'd say that.
the one on Neo Geo Pocket Color is pretty good. I think
I like
it's-
Baseball Stars too.
Baseball Stars is good.
Because Baseball Stars is quirky and fun.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so big twist. We're also
fuck.
gonna rank the Sega CD launch titles.
Okay. Oh, this honestly could
shit.
be more fun.
We
How many
find
of those were
Are you
there?
gonna grab the 32X titles too while you're at it?
Actually, yeah, that was
we,
the other
we
part.
rank all 40 of them.
So there
Yeah.
were one set.
I haven't
there
played
were
every 32X game.
so there were 5 that launched with the Sega CD, and
Okay.
then 4 with the 32X.
Okay.
Okay. Fuck it. We did CD and the third gen. The Sega CD, man. People always like make fun of it, and I get why. But I feel like at the time people were actually like kind of into it because it was
Sega
still like
CD?
because it was a brand new technology,
Yeah.
and people were really curious to what CDs could do for say video games. And with the Sega CD just being an add-on to the Genesis, it allowed people to have this new advanced technology without having to spend a crap ton of money on like a new console or just pay $700 for a 3DO. They could just
Yeah.
pay like $200 or whatever for Sega CD. It ended up flopping. I think that was because at the time Nintendo was showing off what they could do outside of the CD realm with the Super FX chip and Donkey Kong Country and things like that. They're like, look what we can do, and we don't need any CD add-ons. They were secretly making one, but
Yeah, what happened with that?
Yeah, I wonder what happened with that. And also, Sega wasn't the only one doing the CD add-on. Like TurboGrafx
Turbo
did it.
CD,
The Turbo
Yeah.
CD. There was the Jaguar CD.
the Amiga CD 32 or whatever.
Yep, the Amiga CD. Yeah, that one as well. I think SNK had a CD
Yeah.
system as well.
Neo
So,
Geo CD, but
it's
those
just-
load times were so fucking long.
Yeah, but at least you had
Yeah.
a variety of loading screens.
exactly, and it's just
True.
the Sega CD is just the more well-known one because of like all the advertising and everything. That
You know what it
ended up
was
with
too? That goddamn like boot up screen music.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Why does it go
I love
so
the Sega
hard?
CD boot up.
It
Yeah,
goes
And the
so
Sega
hard.
CD logo is so cool too. It's just
Yeah.
over top of that planet, and then it's just like,
and it just does all the video.
Yeah, I
toaster
love how it
effects. It's
dances
great.
around the screen.
Yeah,
And then you
It's
get the
so fucking
classic
cool.
whenever
So
you boot the
good.
game up, you get Sonic going diddle-a-ding, Sega.
Yeah, it's great.
Honestly,
I have a fondness for the Sega. We actually had a Sega CD growing up because I had the Model 1 Genesis and I also had a Model 1 Sega CD. And we had a
the front loader.
Oh, the front loader sucked because it was one of those that just it would open and close on its own. There was no
Yep.
eject button, and I was like, I fucking hate this thing. But yeah, we had a handful of Sega CD games for it. Some really good ones, some really bad ones. But that's the nature of the Sega CD.
You
But
know,
I have a fondness for that weird beast.
in all honesty, 2.24 million for an add-on at the time, that's not terrible.
No, it's not bad at all, especially with
much-
what they were able to do with it.
how much did the one thing about the Sega CD that fascinates me is that one revision they did where it was like a CD player and Sega CD like console, basically
Which-
two
Oh,
in
the
one.
CDX?
Well,
You mean the
Do you
CDX?
mean the
CDX,
CDX
yeah.
or do you mean the Wonder Mega?
The CDX. I don't know what the Wonder.
I was gonna say
Mega
the
is,
Wonder
but-
the Wonder Mega was the JVC made that, and it was like a Sega Genesis CD, but like in one. But I think it was Japan only.
No, there's the American version's called the XI. The Japanese version's called the Wonder Mega.
Oh, okay.
It was
Fair
released over here though.
Yeah, but the CDX is cool. Yeah, it's like the size of like a CD player. And like they even touted that like back in the day you could buy a CDX, just put an audio disc in it, plug some headphones in, and listen to it.
Exactly.
As like a Discman.
The problem with the CDX was it was cheaper to buy a Genesis and Sega CD separate than buy the CDX.
That is true. And that even exists today. If you go on eBay and look at CDX prices, they are a little insane.
What's cool is you can plug a 32X into a CDX and it works.
Mm-hmm.
It looks ridiculous, but it
Imagine
works.
taking that with you to school. You get your 32X plus Sega or holy shit, CDX.
And you know there's somebody out there with a CDX and a 32X like jammed into it, and that's how they play Sega games.
What's funny is the Wonder Mega /XI, you could also plug the 32X and it would work, but the problem is because of how the 32X is like a tumor, it would block the CD tray, so you couldn't open the disc tray while you had the 32X.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But yeah, the Sega CD, what a weird beast. It's mainly known for FMV games, because that was the main thing they were touting. But also it had a lot of really cool like upgrades to Genesis games. Like there's like the famous Earthworm Jim Special Edition, the Sega CD, the Sega CD version of Mortal Kombat is awesome. We had that because you didn't have to enter in the blood code; it was just available, and it had the arcade soundtrack because of the CD audio. So it kind of was like the definitive home version of MK1 at that time. And there's also the famous Sega CD version of Echo. Oh. Well, of Echo the Dolphin. Yep. No, fuck your RPGs. Echo the Dolphin. With that
Shining Force CD, dude.
Shining Force CD is great. Sonic
fucking
CD.
Remake of a Game Gear game.
Of two. It was both Gaiden games squished together.
There's also an exclusive one on there too.
Well, Final Conflict was Game Gear only, and that's a whole thing.
Wasn't there also a port of Final Fight on the Sega CD?
Final Fight CD.
Final Fight CD. Yeah, because Final Fight, because Final Fight did not come to the Genesis,
and the Super Nintendo version was kind of neutered.
That's wild.
Yeah, the SNES version of Final Fight's kind of iffy. I'm more of a Streets of Rage guy anyway.
Yeah.
Now that we had mentioned though, also the working designs RPGs are very.
Lunar and everything. Yeah.
Lunar, Popful Mail, and Vi for like the 5 people who like Vi.
All right, let's start with Chuck Rock. I looked this up a little bit earlier, and it's like a puzzle platformer with, of course,
it was made by Core Design.
Oh yeah. This is
make Tomb Raider.
They also made a game we covered on 3DO called BC Racer, which is
in the Chuck Rock canon.
It is.
He's in the game.
What the fuck?
Yeah, BC Racers is a terrible racing game because it runs like shit.
It.
It's bad. Chuck Rock, I've never properly played Chuck Rock. I know it's just one of the many like 2D platformers from that era. Like there was like, a bajillion of them. I've always heard it's a solid one for that era though.
Yeah, and like
I love the name of the sequel. The sequel's called Chuck Rock 2, Son of Chuck.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, the cover is wonderful.
I feel like this game, it's not trying to co-op like Mario or Sonic. I feel like it's trying to co-op Bonk. Give me Bonk energy.
Kinda like Bonk.
And Bonk was on the Genesis.
Very different. Like if you play Bonk and then go to this, it's gonna play a lot differently. Like I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, this looks kind of fun. I haven't played this, of course, but yeah, this looks like something I would like. I would definitely much rather throw on than Altered Beast or Tommy Lasorda's ugly ass or.
Be nice to the man.
I'd put it in B.
Sure,
but I'm maybe I don't know. I think it's probably better than Last Battle.
I don't have enough knowledge to say one way or the other.
There's more game to Chuck Rock than there is Last Battle.
People more fondly remember Chuck Rock than Last Battle.
That's wild. I've never heard of either one until we started doing this.
Last battle, you mostly
You're not
walk,
a Sega boy like we are.
you mostly walk left and right and punch occasionally. Chuck Rock, at least there's
It's a straight up platformer.
Something
like,
to
there's
it.
platforming stuff to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Hole Assault.
Next we have Black Hole Assault, which
What a name.
Assault. Oh boy.
looks like another beat 'em up.
It says it's a fighting game.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that is certainly a game.
The cover looks
doesn't
like
look
a
very good.
70s sci-fi novel.
Ugh.
You'd find in like an airport.
There's another fighter we're gonna get to later, and I'm actually not sure whether this is an improvement or not.
actually, wait,
Yeah.
this
It just looks like a fighting game. It has some like anime cutscenes at the front, which is cool. Looks like Police Knots a little bit. And yeah, it's just a fighting game, which I'm not really the biggest fighting game guy in the world, so I can't
So
say too much.
under reception, it just says the game received harsh criticism, with Mega saying it was pure unadulterated tedium. That's a good sign.
yeah,
That's
it doesn't
beautiful.
it doesn't look like it does anything different other than like the anime cutscenes. It's not like bloody or visceral like Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
or like fast paced and technical like Street Fighter. It just looks like
I mean, credit
robots
to that.
fighting and shit.
Credit to them for like in like 1992, like just being like, yeah, fuck it, anime cutscenes in the West. You
Yeah.
know, like anime wasn't popular yet; it was just beginning, but it was still very underground.
Well, because
So
I
credit
think
to
of
them.
like games like Keith Courage, which was clearly just trying to Americanize a very anime-based game
Yep,
poorly.
yeah, yeah. This game, it looks like it's kind of dog shit.
This game looks like
Does
one
not
of the.
look fun.
See,
No.
this looks like one of the games that gives the Sega CD a bad rap. Like,
yes.
Yeah, like
people
people
it's
like
like
not
it
re-
real hard.
there's-
They're
there's
just
but
like,
it's
we need
but
a
it's
game.
not but
we
it's
need
not really a
fighting
game people would associate the Sega CD
Yeah.
with.
because people will give. There's two other games here that people like to point fingers at as the reason the Sega CD gets a bad rap. I think it's more games like Black Hole. Where
Yeah,
they're
those are probably why it's
Yeah.
bad.
they're just bad games that don't really do much with the system aside from cutscenes.
Exactly.
So D?
D, you know what? D is fine.
I'd play everything
Okay.
else before
I'll press
that.
D.
So,
Kind of black hole assault with my D. Anyway.
Black Hole. So,
Black Hole Assault this nuts. Or this I don't know. I meant to say these nuts, but I fucked it all up.
It's okay. We still love you.
Oh, thank you.
Cobra Command.
Next one is Cobra Command.
Cobra Command. This might be. Is this the game I was referencing earlier?
I think
yeah.
so.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not the same.
Ooh.
is it
It's
the
not the same
84 video
version.
game or the 88 video game?
Well, I think it's the 88. I think it's the 84 arcade version.
Okay, yeah, it's not the 88.
I
I
think
don't
It says
so.
it's an
that only
interactive. It's
came
an
out on-
interactive movie shooter game released by Data East in '84 as a Laserdisc arcade game. Yeah. The version I played on NES was just like a 2D, kind of shooter where you're a helicopter and you end up having to go in caves and save people and all that. This game looks to me like a Dragon's Lair clone.
Oh, so fun fact. The Mega CD version was created by Wolf Team, who would later become Namco Tales Studio. Fun.
Weird.
Your hatred of the Tales Studio is so fun.
No, I don't hate the Tales Studio. I hate Namco Bandai. Bamco.
Bamco, yeah. I mean, this looks. I mean,
I,
yeah. It has cool looking cutscenes,
It-
and you just shoot
it
shit
looks-
at it.
Looks more entertaining than Black Hole Assault. That's for fucking sure.
Oh
I'd-
yeah.
I'd probably
I mean-
play this over the C tier games.
Yeah, I probably would too. Because this also reminds me of like later games like was it Time Gal and Road Avenger that are like kind of the same thing as like Dragon's Lair, where you watch a movie and do stuff, and occasionally push a button. But this is more like
Sure.
this is like oh, but Bill, was it Starblade?
So Starblade was the shoot 'em up we played that was really impressive, but was like not meant for a console.
Yeah, but this is like the same setup kind of thing. You just like shoot a movie basically.
Kinda. There's a bit more game in Starblade. This is a bit more
Okay.
you push a button occasionally.
Yeah. I mean, it looks interesting because it's not only are you shooting copters, but you also need to like occasionally turn left and right to avoid like canyons and things like
Yeah.
that. So, I mean, there might be something here as far as like a half decent game.
It's so I've played like similar games. Like I've played Time Gal. Time Gal is a decent enough game. It's entertaining anyways.
Yeah.
The voice acting's really bad, but that's kind of the charm. It's funny because Wolf Team would later go on to make a couple very decent Sega CD games, particularly Soul Feast or Soul Feces, as a certain nerd likes to call it.
I had Soul Feast back in the day. Great
I
game.
still have that one. It's
Yeah.
it's good. It's a good shoot 'em up.
It's a very good shoot 'em up.
What's you think, would you put this above Last Battle or Chuck Rock or anything like that, or do you think it's fine where it is?
I
And,
think
like,
it's
very
fine
low
where
Yeah.
it is.
There's more game to all the other ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's
Alright.
it's unique, and I like unique.
Sewer shark.
All right, now we're going to the good shit. Sewer Shark.
Sewer Shark.
Good
Oh,
shit
man.
and Sewer Shark is an interesting combo.
Dog meat.
Ugh.
Rat breath. Sewer Shark is charming for a while, and then it kind of wears because the game's kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the whole like, oh, you need to like navigate the sewers and all that, right? And it can be hard to like properly navigate them. Like the game will try to like, it'll tell you where to go some of the time. You know, it's just another example of games back then not doing a good job of telling you what the fuck to do, and then them punishing you for being like, "What do you mean you didn't do the thing?" And I'm like, "What thing?" They're like, "You're supposed to like drop the bomb here." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then you do, and they're like, "No, not here, over there."
Yeah.
Game over. Like,
it's
fuck you.
out of all of the digital pictures games, I won't say it's as obtuse as like Double Switch, but it's
not that bad.
It's still not great.
No.
Sony published it. That's fun.
Yeah.
Weird.
It was, yeah. It's a rough one in the digital pictures list for me. I mean, those cutscenes are funny, but if you keep game overing and have to watch them over and over again, you stop giving a shit real quick.
I'd rather play like Ground Zero Texas or Corpse Killer, in all honesty.
Quarterback Attack with Mike Ditka.
This is Sewer Shark's not one of their best.
No. Honestly,
D?
It's better than Black Hole Assault, though.
At least there's entertainment value to it.
Oh, yeah.
Is
a
it more
million
entertaining
pounds
than
of tube steak.
Is it more entertaining than Altered Beast or Tommy Lasorda?
Probably not.
I'd rather play Altered Beast,
Yeah.
to be honest. So
Sewer Shark's entertaining, but there's a lot of shit you have to get through just to enjoy it.
Literal and figurative. Yeah, don't worry. When we get to it in the 3DO experience, I will replay it. I will beat it, so I can describe my frustrations.
All right, boys.
Night Trap, the game that caused the fucking ESRB.
It's one of them. It's one of the three games. You could argue 3 games responsible for the creation of the Entertainment Software Ratings Board that everybody ignores nowadays.
And then you play it and you're like, "This really." It's a bunch of fucking guys in rubber suits waddling around.
It's so funny if you've ever watched like the congressional hearings for like video game violence.
Night Trap will
back in the 90s.
never be on a Nintendo system.
Not even that. I mean, Howard Lincoln was an asshole, but like not even that. Just like the way they describe Night Trap and try to like paint it as this like horrible game where it's like it rewards you for like killing teenage girls and sucking their blood out, and it's like, no, you're trying to save them, dude. Like they always show that infamous scene where like there's the girl like in the bathroom like doing up her hair, and there's like the guy hiding in the shower, and then they all ambush her and like attach the thing to her neck to suck her blood out or whatever. And they're trying to say like, oh, you're supposed to do that. And it's like, no, you're failing that mission.
And they deceptively don't show the video, the part of the guy being like, I can't believe what I just saw.
Like, you dumbass. I'm pulling the plug, and he shows up like a plug and literally
Yeah.
pulls it in front of you. It's great.
See, the scene most people remember from this game is obviously the fucking dance scene where they're playing the
Oh.
fucking tennis racket.
The greatest theme song in video game history.
Night Trap is
Watch out behind you, Night Trap.
yeah.
An unironic banger. Like, it's a great
It's-
song.
Is it weird that I don't? It's not one of my favorite digital clips games. I mean, not digital clips, digital pictures games. Mostly because it's still in that category of like this shit's obtuse as fuck, and I hate playing it.
Night Trap, if you like pull up a walkthrough to find out how to beat the game, you can beat it in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You can just blast
hell
through
yeah.
because you'll find walkthroughs that say go to this room and do the thing. Now go over here, go over there. Because for those who don't know, the gameplay of Night Trap is you are looking at all the security cameras set up in this house, and they've been set up in the house because was it Scat thinks that there's like vampires causing like trouble in the house, and so they want you to look through the cameras, and then when you see one of them, like rig the Home Alone style traps in the house.
I love the stair
So,
one
like-
where they just fall
Yeah,
down
where it
the
just turns into a
stairs.
slide and they just go into a hole with smoke coming out of it, like a game show.
I
Like there'll be like
Stupid.
springs where you'll just like launch your dude
Oh.
like 20 feet in the air.
the whole time I'm like, this created the fucking E ESRB.
Yeah, and it's like
this.
one of the goofiest things I've ever seen, right? Like if you want to see the story of it, go online and watch like a walkthrough where it's like the story, so you can like follow the plot. I mean, it's just kind of like a B movie type VHS
Oh,
style movie.
it's
But
the
it's-
most
but it's
harmless
charming.
fucking shit. Like,
Yeah, but honestly, I have a huge soft spot for Night Trap. I do.
yeah, it's
like
memorable.
I like it's memorable. It's charming. I've beaten it at least twice, and the charm hasn't rubbed
I can
off on
beat
me.
I can beat Night Trap. Fuck double switch. That's like the worst.
Yeah, yeah. Like Night Trap is like legitimately like entertaining. You know, like it can be a bit frustrating as far as like the gameplay is concerned, but I like it. You know, there's just something about it that just it scratches that itch.
I
you
went
know?
out of
and
my
R-
way.
and R.I.P. Dana Plato.
Mm.
R.I.P.
I went out of my way to get the goddamn long box for the 3DO for this game. So
It's very expensive.
It
That's
is.
why I don't have
it
one.
is. I paid like 80
Yeah.
for it.
80
yeah.
bucks.
But yeah, Night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
It's-
not terrible. I thought you were going to say like
no, it's
300 or
it's more
something.
expensive. It's more expensive now.
Oh,
Yeah, That's why I haven't grabbed it, because I wanted to grab the digital pictures games for 3DO, but then I looked the prices of all of them and went, nope,
Yeah.
Nope.
can't justify that.
The only reason I
So-
got it was because it was at a convention. It was there, and I was like, it's
Mhm.
here. I have to grab it.
Yeah, and maybe this is probably like sicko me, but I would put Night Trap in A.
A?
I'd put it top of,
But I'm a
maybe-
sicko.
maybe like in B. I'd say like maybe I'd play it over. I'd play it over the Fist of the North Star game. I already forgot its
Oh
name.
yeah, I played over Last
That's fair.
Battle.
I'd probably play it
Uh,
over Chuck Rock.
Yeah,
maybe?
probably. Honestly, it's more
Yeah.
entertaining than Chuck Rock. Hell, I'd probably
I
put it
would-
over the fucking helicopter game in terms of entertainment.
If it's
value.
top of B, I'll be happy.
Yeah,
I can
that's
live
fair.
with that.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
because it is an iconic game, for better or for worse. I mean, it got a fucking port.
yeah,
You can play it. You can play it on modern
that's
consoles.
right.
the,
Yeah,
the Switch port, which everyone loves to like just buy that one just to piss off Howard Lincoln.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, that was when I first learned of limited run games, because they did the physical for that. Yeah, what a fucking dumpster fire.
So for these 32X games, I actually own all of these and have played them all. So this will be fun.
Yeah. So yeah,
Hell
the 30.
yeah.
So the Sega 32X. Was
Bill, you
the
can pick the game we start with
All right, we'll
after Thrak says his
yeah,
piece.
you,
well,
okay.
well, I was just gonna do a little history on the 32X. So it was released in late '94 as like a half step. Like I think the idea was
Yeah.
that like, hey, if you had the Genesis and you wanted to step into the 32-bit generation, but without spending a crazy amount of money on the upcoming PlayStation, or who knows when the Saturn's coming
Well,
out, or whatever, right? Like that was the idea.
It actually gets a bit more deeper than that because you can actually tie
It
the
does.
32X into the whole famous Sega of America versus Sega of Japan, how they hated
Yeah.
each other. Because
Oh yeah,
Sega of Japan basically had them make this thing. Like they were like, yeah, make this. Did not tell them about Saturn. Like they had no idea
Yeah.
what the Saturn was when they were making this thing. And then the
Yes.
second they released, they were like, oh yeah, Saturn, by the way. And this Sega of America was like, what the fuck?
yeah, and it basically killed the 32X dead.
Yeah.
You know, because I
Yeah.
think the 32X would have been an interesting idea if Sega actually wanted to play ball with it.
It's
The whole like, hey, for like a year for like maybe 2 years, here's like an add-on with some like 32-bit ish kind of games that, like, if say you're saving up money for like Saturn or whatever, you can have some of this while you wait. Like, it's an interesting idea, but it flubbed really bad, and I just don't think it was ever really going to be like a major success.
the problem with the 32X is it flubbed really bad. It's one of the most confusing consoles ever to set up, especially if you're playing one of those rare Sega CD 32X games.
The Tower of Power,
Yeah, the Tower of Power. Like if you're missing one cable, it's a pain. If you have a specific model of the Genesis, you need an extra cable, which is even more of a pain.
Yeah. Basically, the right way to do it is have a Model 2 Genesis with a side-loading Model 2 Sega CD, and then the 32X. That's sort of the idea. If you have a Model 1, it's too big, so they created a little plastic thing you could plug into the end of the Saturn, so it's not like leaning off of the edge. And you need like little metal prongs or something to put in the slot. But even still, like, yeah, because it sits in kind of funky. And if you have the Model 3, you're fucked.
Yeah, you can't. Well, the Model 3 doesn't have the right hardware because the Model 3
doesn't use anything.
The Model 3 is technically not. It's technically a clone console.
Yeah, but that, again, that's a whole other thing. But
The,
yeah, 32X
It was a mistake. You're saying it was a big mistake.
What's
honestly, it would have been better if they just did do the 32X.
Yeah.
What's funny about the modern day though is because I have a Model 1 Genesis with the 32X. There's actually, like, nowadays, because of like how custom stuff works, you can actually get custom cords made, so you don't need the extra shit, like ones that go directly from the 32X to the Model 1 Genesis.
Because not only does, if you want all three at the same time, you need 3 AC adapters. Yeah. 3, one for each. And the 32X has a little video cable that Bill is referring to that goes from the Genesis to the 32X. So the idea is you take the video signal from the Genesis, put it into the 32X, and then the 32X takes that video signal and outputs it to your TV.
It's a mess of cords. And if you, especially if you're using a model.
And while they were doing this, Super Nintendo was like, we have Star Fox. Look at how great this looks. And everyone went, oh. Sega's like,
well, Sega technically had an answer to Star Fox at the same time, but
what? Not this Chaotix?
No, Virtua Racing.
Virtua Racing, which was before the 32X, and it plays significantly better.
Yeah, like, it's crazy to think the power that Sega was able to get out of the Genesis bear with games like Virtua Racing, with games like Vector Man.
Hard driving is impressive until you play it.
Yeah. I have a CIB of it over there. It's amazing what people could get out of the Genesis just by itself. So I think that's what makes things like the 32X seem even more of an anomaly, because it's like you're getting like Vector Man out of the Genesis, but the 32X never got really anything like that. Or the games that it got, some of them look and play better than Genesis games, or they look and sound better, sure, but did they make it worth hunting this thing down?
No,
not really.
No,
I should have grabbed one when it was like $10. Now they're like $150 because people are fucking stupid.
Yeah. The thing with the 32X is there are some absolute gems on it. The problem is
there's some legit good games on here.
There's like 4 that are really worth playing.
4 is about the limit of games you can make a case for.
Yeah. And none of them, well, yeah, one of them here I'd argue, but like none of these launch titles are really worth buying it for.
There are 2 of them that I think are solid.
2 of them are good. One of them in particular is really good, but Aaron wanted me to start with one. Let's start with the worst one. Let's get Cosmic Carnage out of here.
Another fighting game. I've never played it.
Piece of shit?
It wasn't finished. They just released it. They just released it. It's one of the like worst fighting games I've ever played. Like it's worse than Way of the Warrior.
That's saying something.
Wow, it looks pretty good.
I mean,
Well, no, never mind.
Until you watch it move, and then you're like, oh.
Like graphically, it looks like a Genesis game with like a little bit more definition to it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you play
it's
it, and
not
you're
much
like,
better.
oh. I love when
I've
I
never
searched.
played it. It doesn't look any good.
Well, what's fun too is apparently in Japan it was known as Cyber Brawl, and it also looks bad.
Cosmic Carnage is a cooler name.
I love when you. Well, the fun part is when you search Cosmic Carnage on Google, you get a bunch of Marvel stuff because fuck this game.
Yeah.
Whoa, you can customize characters. They're like, I'm looking at
Sure.
a parts select screen. Like that's
That
kinda
you
cool
can.
for a fighting game, but
It's cool until you
Yeah,
play it, and then you go, oh.
is it just like really choppy, or what's the
controls suck. It doesn't. So it's like it's Mortal Kombat based, so it's already an odd choice for a fighter of this style. The controls are bad. It's not particularly impressive. It's just a lot of things like.
It's
Is
just
it
bad.
is it better or worse than Shaq Fu?
Or Black Hole Assault?
Or Black Hole Assault? How about that?
Black
That's
Hole
more
Assault.
relevant.
I've never played Black Hole Assault, so that one's actually hard to gauge.
I would say Black Hole Assault has cool anime cutscenes.
Yeah,
so
it
that's
has
what gets
that.
at the edge.
And
It
Shaq
gets
Fu's
the edge.
and Shaq Fu's funny. This game is just
Yeah,
shit.
Shaq Fu's iconic
No.
for all the wrong reasons.
There's no Shaq in Cosmic Carnage, so
No.
they can just
D
fuck off.
tier.
So,
Just
next.
make a whole new tier for it.
Let's talk about Doom next. 'Cause
Oh no.
Okay.
This is
Oh, no.
this is an irritating port.
Is it that bad?
Yeah.
No.
It's not.
That's
It's not a great port.
the thing is the port itself is fine. Like the actual game, it's not the best version of Doom by any means.
Yeah.
So it's based off of Jaguar Doom, but it's
Well,
missing
all the ports were at the time.
except for Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo was the weird
Oh
outlier.
yeah. But that port isn't good either.
No, it's not.
Which-
But
Which one was the one that was totally missing any like music or audio or whatever?
That is that's
Jaguar.
Jaguar Doom,
Because-
that was the console port made by I think it was Carmack.
Carmack made it, and the reason why it's so good is he actually used the Jaguar sound card to make the game run better, which is why it has
Yeah.
no sound.
Yeah, but if you've ever played Jaguar Doom, it's like for its era, it's like it's great. Like it's very close to the PC version.
And they
That's fucking
shipped
nuts.
out the source code to that to basically every developer.
Anybody who would take it.
Because like PlayStation Doom uses it, Saturn Doom, which is arguably the worst version of Doom, 3DO Doom.
That's saying something because we played 3DO Doom and Jesus
Well,
Christ.
Actually, it's hard to say now because the best part of 3DO Doom got ruined. But
Yeah. It does have a cool soundtrack.
yeah, composed by a piece of shit, unfortunately. But the big thing with 32X Doom is it plays fine for a console port. It's missing a lot of stages. The soundtrack is complete dookie. Like it is complete.
Like for Genesis standards, it's bad.
Like it tries to use the 32X's improved sound card, but everything just sounds like farts. It is so bad.
Yeah. Like it sounds like a bad Genesis soundtrack.
Like the AVGN said it best when he did that comparison between the
That and Super
Nintendo
Nintendo game.
version and this because Super Nintendo has one of the best Doom soundtracks probably. This is not it.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
says a
it's
lot
crazy.
that people have actually done their own home compositions using the 32X sound card and make it sound so much better. It was just a lazy.
I'll say there's a mod for 32X Doom out there where somebody went in and like did a proper version of Doom on 32X and it's like really good. Like it has like the sound is better, the levels are added back in, it controls better, like all that stuff. Like fans have gone in and modded 32X Doom to be like to really show its potential. And I think that's what makes the home version even worse because it had the potential to be one of the better versions.
It was a very
But they just kind of farted it out because they were like, oh, you know, we need to sell this new add-on, and I think Doom would
Yeah.
be a good one for that. Because my guess is, I don't know if they ever tried to get Doom running on the Genesis, but my guess is that would have been a big challenge.
yeah.
So,
So I'd say bottom of C, just because I would play this over everything there. But like
yeah,
I'd play Altered Beast is functional. So
Yeah, 32X Doom is just a disappointment, I think, all around.
Okay.
Star Wars Arcade.
The two good ones.
yeah.
We're here.
So Star Wars Arcade.
Star Wars Arcade's good.
It's a good shoot 'em up. Makes good use of the 3D. It's not a direct arcade port, despite the name, but it's
Yeah, it's based on the Star Wars Arcade that Sega did. I think it was the Model 1
yes.
arcade, which was like meant to be a sort of a remake / sequel to the original Star Wars Arcade of like the Vectrex graphics from like the late 70s, early 80s. I think it's trying to like take that idea and move it into like, oh, well, look what we can do with like 3D polygons, right?
Yeah.
And when this came out, it was a big deal. Like, I think it was the best seller for the 32X software-wise when it launched.
Yeah.
Because people were one, and it's fairly solid for like a 32X game, especially as like an arcade board. It's like fairly solid.
It's also
It-
incredibly cheap if you're a collector.
Yeah, because it sold so well. But it's like, it's not amazing, but it's one of the few 32X games that I'd say is actually like worth playing. You know, especially because it never really got ported anywhere else, and if you're a Star Wars nut, it's an interesting piece of Star Wars video game history that I think is worth your time.
Yeah.
It's not as good as they did the follow up in the arcades. What was it, the Trilogy arcade?
Yep.
That's where it's at. Holy shit, that's a great arcade machine. But yeah, I think Star Wars Arcade is solid.
I'd put it in A tier, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Over Thunder Force 2?
No.
Yeah. It's
No,
good,
no,
but
no,
it's
no,
not
no.
it's not that good.
It's not Thunder Force good.
It's not Thunder
Alright.
Force good.
Virtua Racing Deluxe.
So
Yeah.
this last
Virtua Racing Deluxe.
This last one
This is your baby, Bill.
I have history with this game. So when I was collecting, I was trying to get the original Virtual Racing for the longest time. And this is back when Amazon, like buying games off Amazon, this is where I realized buying games off Amazon sucks sometimes. I bought 4 copies of Virtual Racing. They listed it as Virtual Racing, and then they'd send me this. And I'd be like, I don't have a 32X, I can't play this. I wanted the freaking Genesis version. And they'd always just basically be like, yeah, here's your money back. Don't bother sending it. We don't care. And I'd be like, cool. So I ended up with 5 copies of Virtual Racing Deluxe at one
Holy
point.
shit.
You still have them all, don't you?
No, I traded them in. Except for actually,
Mister, you don't sell games.
well, I'd sell doubles because I don't need 7 copies of Virtual
Yeah,
Racing
if you have,
Deluxe.
if you have fucking
I wish,
5
dude,
copies,
could you
why the fuck
imagine?
not?
Like the wall behind Bill is just Virtua Racing Deluxe on 32X.
I actually
Just a
have
wall of it.
2 copies of it again now because I actually found a boxed copy at a convention last year.
Hell yeah.
But I did eventually get a copy of OG Virtual Racing at a game store, so I actually got to see it and be confirmed. But the thing, Virtual Racing Deluxe is interesting because the reason this game was made was because the 32X made Virtual Racing unplayable. Because the Sega virtual processing chip in Virtual Racing was incompatible with the Hitachi chips in 32X. And it basically made that game unplayable on a 32X, so you'd have to take the 32X out to play it. And the idea behind the 32X was it would stay in forever and you'd never have to take it out.
Except for that one game.
Well, even though I've heard rumors that the 32X can like damage Genesis games.
I've heard rumors, but I've never seen any evidence of it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like I wouldn't necessarily discount it, but I think you have to put human error involved in that.
Yeah,
Potentially.
it's kind of
Yeah.
one of those things. Like if you're, I mean, nowadays,
Aaron, have you ever seen the Virtua Racing Genesis cart? Look it up.
Virtual Racing Genesis card?
Yeah,
Wait.
I just want you to look at it because it is an interesting looking card.
it is a chunky boy,
Oh yeah,
and you can play it on a.
I wish I still had one.
You can play it on a
Whoa.
Nomad, and it is so fucking cool.
Whoa,
That's
what the
kinda cool.
fuck? It's so
Yeah.
round.
Because the chip,
Yeah.
because the chip is huge.
It uses what it calls the Sega Virtua processor, which layman's terms, it's Sega's answer to the Super FX chip.
It's actually a superior chip to the FX chip too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It was so
Oh.
fucking expensive that they only
Yeah.
made one game for it.
Yeah, Virtua Racing, and it was $100 when it came out back in the day. Yeah.
Which-
So, though, if you go to retro stores, you can find Virtua Racing on Genesis for decently cheap.
Yeah, because it's technically a sports game, and when a lot of game stores will just take it for like nothing because it's technically a sports game.
Yeah, I might go back and see if they have it so I can grab it.
But Virtua Racing Deluxe is cool because they remade the game for the 32X so you could play it. But they actually added a whole bunch of stuff. Like they added modified stock cars. They added multiple different tracks because the original game I think only had like three tracks. This one has like 6. 3 different styles of car. The gameplay, it plays better. It feels better. It looks better. It's just a better version of Virtual Racing. It might be the best version of Virtual Racing.
It kind of is the definitive version because after that they would just port the direct arcade version.
The only other one
they've never ported this version.
No, they never have. The only other one that's semi-unique is the Saturn version, which is slightly different.
Yeah, but it's not as good as the 32X version because it was published by Time Warner.
Yeah, and it was made by them too, I believe.
Yeah, and
That's
they
so
did
weird.
well, and they didn't have the source code. They just had to make it like brand new from scratch.
Yeah, and it's an interesting way to play Virtual Racing, but it's not the best version.
No, it's a curious play, but it's not really the definitive version.
Yeah,
I think the Sega Ages one is still available on Switch.
that is that one. That's a good version.
I love it. It's the arcade version, and it's a nice, clean version of it.
The only other version is there's a semi-remake on the Sega. There's this Genesis compilation on PS2, which remade a bunch of old Genesis games.
Oh yeah,
And there's a
the
version-
beginning of the Sega Ages
Yeah.
line. Yeah,
There's a version of Virtual Racing on there, which is it's the arcade version, but it looks debatably better. It has nothing on the 32X version. The 32X version is legitimately kind of fun racer.
yeah. And like Sega has. I mean, I don't even think Sega likes to acknowledge the 32X. I don't think they have. Forever,
because
really.
they won't even. The most they've acknowledged it is in Sonic Generations. They had a couple fucking Knuckles Chaotix tracks. That was about it.
Yeah, Well, and the Chaotix gang
But yeah,
that
yeah,
they
that-
shill out, but they try to downplay the whole Sega 32X thing. But yeah, Virtua Racing Deluxe is great. Like Virtua Racing is great, and this is in many ways the definitive version because of all the extra stuff.
The thing about
And it was done by AM2, who did the original arcade version.
The thing about Virtual Racing, like just Virtual Racing on the original game on Genesis in general, looking at video and screenshots of it doesn't do it justice. You have to play it just to feel how smooth that game is, especially for a Genesis game.
It surprisingly feels good to control even by today's standards. Like if you download the Ages version of the arcade Virtua Racing and play it, like you kind of have to get used to its physics because they're a little off. But once you do, you're grooving, man. You're like, this is great.
It's just really
Schroeder?
fun if you
Time bonus.
time bonus, and then it plays music for 3 seconds and cuts it off. And goes back to silent.
and the tunes are all good.
They are.
Like just as I'm grooving, they stop. I'm like, fuck.
It's just super fun. You play Virtual Racing, and then you compare it to say it's contemporary over on the Super Nintendo Stunt Race FX. And Stunt Race FX is a good,
Virtua Racer. Stunt Racer has nothing
Oh,
on
no.
Virtua Racing, in my opinion.
and Stunt Race FX is a fun game, but like it's slow and kind of clunky. This game is like a really fast racer for the time.
Blast processing, baby.
Blast processing.
I'd put it in S tier.
Absolutely. S tier.
Would you put it above Space Harrier?
Yeah,
I
would.
I would personally as well.
Okay,
It's great.
that's fair.
Go
I
go
would
go
too.
down
This sounds
get a
awesome.
32X emulator, kids. Go get Pico Drive. Download Virtua Racing Deluxe and go play.
And if you need to know what other 32X games are worth playing, I mean, obviously Knuckles Chaotix,
Colibri.
Metalhead.
Colibri's cool.
Metalhead's a neat game.
Metalhead's cool just because it's fully
Um,
textured and it's like, wow.
The version of Mortal Kombat 2 on there is really good.
Basically all the
I like Tempo. I think Tempo's a really cool game.
the Sega arcade ports like Space Harrier and Afterburner are really good.
And that's
Virtual
about
Racing.
it.
Yeah, Virtual Racing.
Yeah.
Um,
That's kind of about it. I mean, there's a Spider-Man game on there, but
It's
it's
not
not
good.
very good.
It's not
No,
good.
Spider-Man and
Um,
Carnage. The game does suck. I've
I mean,
played
the
that.
version of Pitfall on there is okay.
Oh,
but
the
you're fine.
Virtual Fighter
You're- but
port
you're-
is okay.
But you're fine.
I've,
eh. It's not great.
I've
in
got
my
one
opinion.
last twist for you boys.
You're better off playing the Saturn version. Are
The
we
one
talking
final
Saturn
twist.
now?
No. So we're gonna eliminate all the games until we have one game per tier.
Okay.
So by the time this is all done, we have 1S, 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. So starting with D,
Sewer Shark.
Yeah.
Sewer Shark wins.
Yeah, get rid of that fighting game trash.
Get rid of them. Garbage. Fighting games are a mistake. Get rid of them.
I wonder if can I just delete a picture off of here?
Can you just
I have
drag it
no
off?
idea.
Oh.
Yeah. Can you just drag?
We didn't.
Just gonna delete the row.
We didn't think this through. Oh no.
No, we didn't.
Oh well,
Oh,
fuck it,
no.
who cares?
Yeah, Sewer Shark.
Super Shark? Okay.
Is
Sewer
D.
Shark and D. So C, we have Tommy
C.
Lasorda Baseball, Altered Beast, and Doom. Which one stays? I mean, I kind of think maybe Altered Beast.
I'm thinking Altered Beast.
Yeah.
I think just because it's like, again, like we always shit talk the game, but it has an iconic status, and it can't be denied.
Like Doom, you could play goddamn near anywhere else. So if
Right.
anything,
Yeah.
go play Doom on the
Aaron, I know what you can
PC,
do.
Go play Doom on your modern console.
Add another
that
row.
Doom 1, Doom 2 port, amazing.
Add another
Oh,
row
yeah.
and make it the garbage row.
There you go. The get the fuck out of here.
Make it brown.
row.
It's just
Is there brown?
no.
Ball sack. No. Oh, ball
What?
sack shittier.
And make it purple. Just because.
No, gray. Just make it gray.
gray. Okay.
Yeah. Like a gray ball sack.
What the fuck is it there?
I think it's there. I think we now have two.
I think
new-
I added two. Okay, cool. Whatever.
I love it.
Oh no, we turned D into ball sack shitter. Oh no.
Oh shit.
God damn it.
Please hold, ladies and gentlemen.
What have we
Yeah,
done?
please hold.
Fuck.
Love it. Okay. D.
Green. Yep. Perfect.
I love it.
Good little
I love
D.
little D.
Okay.
We all got a
So
little
trash.
D. Okay.
Wait, you said Sewer Shark
Sewer
stays
Sharks.
D?
Yeah,
survives.
Sewer Shark and D, absolutely.
Okay.
C, yeah, Altered Beast. B's the tough one,
Yeah.
just because there's so many games on here.
I kind of think Night Trap, because like I didn't even really know these other ones existed until we started doing this whole thing. Let alone like I don't really give a shit about Chuck Rock. I don't care about Last Battle. Like
That's
Super
fair.
Thunderblade looks
It's cool.
fun. Yeah, but like if anything, if someone
Night
was like
again, yeah, Night Trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Night
I'm
Trap
gonna
is
go back
spared.
for Night Trap though. You know how I am.
A,
Though you should play Super Thunderblade when you get a chance.
oh well, I've just got my Google Tasks updated. I'm gonna play Space Harrier 2 and Super Thunderblade after we do all
Nice.
this shit.
Oh, yeah.
A tier, we've got holy shit, Thunder Force 2 and Star Wars Arcade.
Both of them are good.
Yeah.
I like both.
They both look really good. I don't know, man. Maybe Star Wars Arcade, like the first person shooter aspect of it.
Star
is kinda
Wars is more
cool.
interesting inherently because Thunder Force, there's just better games.
Yeah, Thunder Force did get better sequels for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, also Star Wars Arcade did, but those never got home console ports, unfortunately.
I love you,
I mean,
Thunder
I don't know
Force
how
2.
you.
I'll
I don't know
miss
how
you.
you. I don't know how you do the trilogy arcade on like a console. 'Cause it's pretty crazy.
And then
Oh, Virtua
Virtua
Racing.
Racing.
It's
Oh
Virtua
man,
Racing.
Space Harrier's
No
dead.
disrespect to Space Harrier, but it's Virtua
I
Racing.
love how we
is
ended
really
up
good.
with two 32X games in S and A.
And they're at the top. Yeah.
There we have it,
Sega
peoples.
boys. Our Sega boys rise up.
D tier, Sewer Shark. C tier, Altered Beast. B tier, Night Trap. A tier, Star Wars Arcade. S tier, Virtua Racing Deluxe.
Oh yeah. So yeah, the
Ooh.
other games, the other Genesis games that some people were like, are these launch titles or not? Was Alex Kidd and what, Ghosts and Goblins?
There's the Ghosts and Goblins, and then the Alex Kidd proper sequel to.
Yeah. Enchanted Castle's fine. It's fine. It probably would have been a high C, a low B for me.
See, Enchanted Castle, the first time I played that, I walked to the left, hit an enemy, and died instantly. I was like, I see.
That's Alex Kidd for you.
Um,
I'm an Alex Kidd veteran. Yeah, I served in the Alex Kidd Wars. And then the version, I think
The
it's Ghost
child
and
soldier in the Alex Kidd Wars.
a lot of rock paper scissors, and
Seen
then
a lot of bodies.
a lot of floating outlines. And then I think it's just called Ghosts and Goblins, Schools and Ghosts. I forget what it's called on the
I
Genesis.
think it's Schools and
but
Ghosts because it's the
Schools and
the
Ghosts.
sequel.
It's a really good fucking version of that
Yep.
game. So yeah, it would have been like an A tier for sure.
Isn't that one based more on the arcade version than the one on Super
Yeah.
Nintendo? Because like the Super Nintendo one is made just
Super
for
Nintendo one,
that,
I think,
isn't
is
it?
like its own game. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Some people argue the soundtrack's better, but that's extremely subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people like me love the Farty Genesis music. Some people can't stand it. So.
Well, because when
what
Farty
it
Genesis music is composed properly, it sounds amazing. Like
Oh
all
yeah.
the Sonic games.
Like y'all go listen to like the Road Rash soundtracks. Those fucking slap,
like
dude.
Comic Zone, just make a grunge album for no reason.
That shit's good.
Shining Force.
Shining Force,
Fantastic.
Shining
Man,
Force is a good example of that.
Fantasy Star
Yep.
4, that fucking bass
Oh, yeah.
fucking battle
dude.
theme.
Oh yeah.
All of those tracks are so fucking good, except for
And
like
also-
the
and
very
also-
first town. I hate that shit.
And
I love
also,
that town. God damn it.
Also, a Genesis soundtrack I really like is it's the game Side Pocket, which was like the pool game made by Data East. The Genesis soundtrack on there is nice. It's Genesis like smooth jazz.
Oh,
It's actually like it's solid.
Sonic
pretty
3D Blast has a surprisingly good fucking soundtrack.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Jun Sonoy.
Yes.
One of his first.
It wasn't his debut in the series,
but it was his first as director.
Yes,
Pretty
it was
good.
his first like major Sonic composing credits. He has credits on Sonic 3, so that's where he started.
Which is ironic because the Saturn version is infinitely better, but has like a worse soundtrack. Except for that.
Well,
except
3D
for the
I
special.
love 3D Blast soundtrack.
It's
on
good, but I
Saturn. I love it.
I prefer the Genesis version.
Sure, that's fair.
3D Blast.
But I think
Saturn
but gameplay is better on the Saturn.
It is, and it has the much better special stage and music.
Yeah.
For the special stage.
Exactly. Yeah. It's weird how that all works out, you know.
That's it. This whole thing's done. We're getting the fuck out of here. I've
Mhm.
got. I do plan on doing a lot more of these. I especially want to dig into the Saturn. We already did the Dreamcast one. Everybody, if you're watching or listening, go check out our. Well, I guess only listen because that one was just audio only. This is just gonna be a video, but yeah,
We could redo Dreamcast for the video.
that one was
it-
oh yeah, I guess we should.
Well,
get a
and then
video
and then
version
and
of that
then
going.
and then you can have me give NFL 2K its proper flowers, okay?
That's
You-
true.
You guys
yeah.
did not do a good job of that.
We
But
get
you're not
immediately
you're
tossed
not
in the
sports
trash.
guys. You're not sports guys. I understand. I do. But that's why you need me.
Good old Thrak.
Oh, I got the best one. We do the 3DO launch titles. D. It's done.
We should do that.
There's
It's just
there's
one
only
game.
one game and it's bad. That's
Yeah,
all.
it's
Oh,
not a good
fuck, come
game.
on.
Yeah.
You just put it in D tier. Done.
Yeah. We should revisit that eventually.
Crash
just for
and
the fun
burn.
of
We
it.
should
Yeah.
play that unrelated PS2 game just for the fuck of it.
Yeah. We'll do that.
All right, boys. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. If you're watching this, go check out the rest of our stuff or whatever. Go to superghost.site. That's where all of our shit is at. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna go to bed. Go take a piss. Everybody say bye.
Hopefully not in that order.
Bye.
Don't ever trust the dream toilet.
No.
Radioactive shrimp.
All you can eat shrimp.